Light bulb burned out. 50%. Water's already hot. Alright, did that cook enough? Smelling like noodles. Soaked up most of that water, it looks like. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that looks good. I like to let these evaporate a little bit, get some of the moisture off them before adding. Okay, soy packet. Or sauce packet. I don't think this is soy. It's like a. It smells good. Oop. It smells good. It smells like some proper noodles. Those are good. I like them. Oh boy, some soy sauce really made that awesome. Alright, these are cooled off. Let's go ahead and put those away for tomorrow's breakfast. Just got done taking a shower. Little update over here at the Woodpile. The first time, I don't know how many times I've tried transplanting ferns. They always die. But look at this, they're actually, I got 3 sprouts coming up there. What do you call them? 3 new little plants. There's one over here too. That's some wheatgrass. But yeah, look at that. That'll be cool if we get a little patch of ferns growing out of the middle of that stump. Feeling good. Love this thing. It doesn't get as hot as I'd like it to, as I thought it would. Cold hose water brings that down pretty cold, but you can still keep it hot by turning the flow rate down and the heat all the way up. But yeah, still doing good. Little bit of a process since I like to bring this in when I'm not using it, but it's not too bad. I like it. Alright you guys, I thought about rebuilding the RV in plywood, the whole thing, or just halfway, like I was thinking about doing with the steel. I was talking in the last few videos like I would do just a partial repair, you know, go around and rip out all the bad wood and just kind of patch it up again, but yeah, none of it sounds good to me. I am not feeling wood anymore. So we're going back to my original idea of reskinning the RV in steel and building it back only halfway. I am not shortening the frame, so it's going to end up looking like a pickup truck, and that's what I will call it, the Winnebago pickup truck. This I am feeling. This has me motivated for a big old rebuild. I was thinking about moving into a truck camper, so that's kind of what had me. That's what got me the idea of just building it back halfway. And I'm not shortening the frame, so yeah, it's going to look kind of like a pickup truck, and eventually I'll put a bed on the back and make it useful. Though it will be more for, it's more, I'm not going to be hauling anything heavy or anything, maybe like some light stuff to the storage unit or some bags of garbage to the dump. It's got a steel frame, so I can just weld steel sheet to the frame, and then it will need to be painted. I was considering the bus idea. Again, started talking to Brett. Thank you, Brett, for the offer. Still planned that out a little bit. But getting a conversion getting a bus insured after a conversion is really hard to do. Also, it gets about half the gas mileage Patches does. Brett said it gets 5 to 6 miles to the gallon. So, with everything going these days, it's just looking like that's not going to work. I would love to get me a 40-foot bus, but I cannot go all the way to Ohio. It's just never going to work out. I really got myself motivated for it, though. I started planning the whole trip, did the MapQuest, and then just looked, just kind of planned out all my stops. Got really excited for it. And then, yeah, gas mileage came up, insurance came up, and it's not a good idea. If I lived in Ohio, it would be definitely getting the bus. I love the idea of building a schoolie Look at how much I could do in that. So that idea is on hold. Right now, we're just going to work with what I got. Something that's already insured. It runs great. I know how to work on it. Parts are easy to find. Patches isn't done yet. So let's go get some steel. Holy crap, Patches is quite the hauler beast. Still got her get up and go, still got braking power. Squatting down in the back a little bit. Or maybe that's just how she used to be. Going from an empty RV to having 11 to 1200 pounds of steel is a big difference. But not too bad. I'm really happy that she's driving as good as she is. I was worried about adding we're adding 11 to 1200 pounds of steel, but we're taking away unknown amounts of weight from the wood. Definitely lighter than steel, but we're also only building it halfway back versus the whole thing. So yeah, it's debatable on what I'm doing with the weight ratios here, but it will be, I mean, if she could drive around with her, I mean, that's her whole new body right there. It's her new skin. Oh my gosh, there's our Amazon packages. We'll go over this a little better when I get back. I'm tired, I need some food. Just thought I'd do a little update here on the drive, and I am very happy to say that I'm not too worried about the weight anymore. I was just gonna do it, just see what happens. I got some scratches on here. This was a little crazy getting 14 sheets of 16 gauge in here. Those are like 80 pounds. I was sweating bullets. That was crazy. Got everything pinned in with like wood, and nothing's really going anywhere. 20-foot square tube is up against the back wall, and another piece of wood up there holding that in. Got a camper trailer and another Class A way down there. Cool, always cool to see people boondocking. Unfortunately, Patches, you will no longer look like these old motorhomes. You're gonna look like some crazy beast. But you're gonna be very helpful because you'll have all your tools and a living space for the workmen and no rotting walls. I am definitely disappointed that this has to come down. I mean, yeah, we're gonna do something different up here, so. Beautiful day for a drive. Beautiful day for shipments. Holy moly, yeah, we'll go over this here in a minute. Okay, just got us a few items. Cheese, bread, buns, hamburgers, birdseed, water. Oh, and yeah, pizza. Trying their sausage this time. Oh boy, look at that camper van. That thing is sweet. Look at this squirrel. Out there looking for French fries. Ooh, Class A took off. Okay, let's get on back. We'll run over the plan one last time. Pizza's good. That's about all I can eat. I chugged a bunch of water. Just freaking dying of thirst. By the time I got the 14th sheet in here, I was dying. It was a lot of work. Those things are heavy. Thankfully, they had some help. Yeah, Patches is heavy and a little more tippy. Of course, the weight's all the way down on the ground, but I can work with this. And she still has her whole body left on her, which half of it's going away. So, I think weight-wise, we are looking good. We'll see how it all feels after I put it up. You know, it's gonna all spread out. But, I can't imagine it being any worse than this as far as tippiness and still got all her power. I was just kind of thinking problemo. Still got a bunch of tools I'm gonna add back in here, but I think it's all gonna balance out pretty well. Tools are gonna stay down low. I'm gonna fix up those outside cabinets a little better with some new doors, or at least a better way to. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do something with them. You need. I'm gonna just rip them all out completely, and then just slowly get me a couple toolboxes at a time. Those like locking, waterproof or weather tight. Like work truck boxes. But at the price of this steel, boy, we gotta worry about the interior first. Because, yeah, I got just enough money to get the patches reskinned, welded up. Oh, I also got a tank. Spent $375 on another 150 pound tank of 75-25 welding gas, shielding gas. Because I'm going to need it. So we got here, it's 14 sheets of 16 gauge cold rolled steel. Cold rolled, so there's less mill scale and less prep work. It's about 360. It's over 360 square feet now at 14 sheets. So that's gonna give me a better finish, even though I've scratched it up a little bit here in places, but that'll buff out. Not too worried about it. Main thing is that it's 16 gauge steel. Cold rolled is quite a bit more expensive, especially at 14 sheets, but I didn't want anything to go wrong, so we got some good stuff fresh out the factory, still covered in oil. This is this steel was just made a few days ago. $2,020 for 14 sheets of 16 gauge 4x8 cold rolled steel. Then there was the add-on stuff. We're using 1.5 inch 1/8 inch thickness to go with an electric hoist that I'm going to use to lift the sheets up where I need them. I'm going to tack them. I've got some magnets coming in the mail so I can pull from the inside and stitch. I want to stitch weld on the inside, weld the seams on the outside, pull everything in real tight. So those have to get here in the mail hopefully here soon. I'm going to build a gantry system with that electric hoist out of the thick stuff. This 1.5 inch, and then we have some 1.5 inch, it was 0.095, I think he said, 0.095 inches or something, 3/16 of an inch about. More about what's going on in the RV right now to replace the rusted spots. Also, I'll probably have to go back for more, but we're gonna do a flat roof. It's gonna make everything so much easier. Putting up insulation, panels. Yes, it's a little bit stronger, but who cares? This is, I'm gonna weld up the roof all nice and solid, all the steel. Spent another $1,000 on the rest of the steel, plus the tank. Spent about $1,000 online to get. We got some roof vent fans. I got 3 of them. One for the shower, doing what I did before, but instead with a roof vent. That way it kind of acts as a window as well. I can peek out. One for the shower, one for the cooking area. I'm not going to worry about no hood vent. And then one for the other side. Since I'm not going to buy any windows, I might reuse the door window. I like this window because it's not, it's sealed shut. It doesn't have any of this stupid flappy stuff going on. So that might get relocated to this area, maybe down low so I can see my blind spot, or maybe I'll just get a little blind spot window, or just get me some truck mirrors. Either way, I think this will be, I'll put that right there, just, because when I'm in the driver's seat, I can poke my head out and look around and get a pretty good view. When I look over this way, if that's just a wall, going to have to rely completely on the mirror to see down in my blind spot. So I think I like the idea of keeping this window. And that's it. The rest of the windows are junk. Getting out of here. Going away. We're just putting in vent fans. One on each side so air can blow through. They're reversible. 3-speed. Not putting those on the roof because I want solar up there. And less openings. You know, I just don't want any openings on that darn roof. I don't care if it's steel. It's just another place for sealant to fail and cause leaks. So I don't see anything wrong with doing what I'm doing right here. Running everything out the side. Got some crazy icicles hanging off those last winter. But, you know, it's either icicles or snow. If it's frozen on the side, I'm sure it'll be frozen on the roof. So vent fans out the side. Would have been nice if I could just do one and one, but we need one in the shower. I don't want to do the squirrel cage thing again. And I like the flow of these roof vent fans. Really move a lot of air. So I'm gonna build a gantry system. I'm gonna put electric hoist on it. We're gonna lift these sheets to the roof. We're gonna build a flat roof. I'm gonna bring the roof down about 6 inches because the framework actually looks like it'd be easy to do. A lot of, you know, there's like a six inch section where steel beam running across. There's going to be some places where I have to redo it, but that's kind of how the front is. Everything goes up, just call it 7 feet, and the frame comes down to about there toward the front. So I'm going to continue that line all the way back. It'll bring the height down a little bit. It'll reduce some weight. Bring it just past the door. We're going to have to figure out bed, fridge, office, cooking area, shower. Oh, I'm going to take a break before we go through the Amazon boxes, but we got we got new handles. A new handle for the door, and we got the same one for this driver's side door, since it's just a weird crappy thing that doesn't really, that's why this bike chain thing is on here. I'm just going to put I'll rebuild that and put just a normal RV door handle on there. We got new gate valves for the holding tanks, 3 inch on each side instead of 2 inch, 3 inch on the black. It's a lot smaller on the gray side. It drives me nuts. It takes ages to drain that tank, and I can't for the life of me imagine why you'd want to do that. It comes from 3 inch pipe out of the gray tank all the way to like a foot before the gate valves, and then it goes down to a 2 inch, and then into the waste, or the gate valve, which is 3 inch. Plus they're leaky and old, and I just want to replace them. The tanks are getting reused, and plumbing and stuff I get at the hardware store. So I've got all the stuff from the internet that I need to. I think we're good to go, except for all the little stuff. Gonna be tight, but if I could just get her reskinned, get her back driving, and then I can figure it out. From there, we'll have to wait till the next payday for, we're gonna have to replace this floor. It's like, it feels like it's worn down thin in the middle. It's really floppy, creaky, not feeling very stable. Like a dent right there from something. It's just really, I mean, it's just not looking very good anymore. So that floor is going to have to be replaced. Need to paint it. Thank you everybody for helping out. Christopher P from Backwoods Bungalow, big helper. I appreciate you pitching in on the repair fund, but I'm going to try my best to save that for gas. Holy moly. Right now mid-grade is up to $5 a gallon where I'm at, so going to do my best to keep as much set aside for gas as much as possible. But thank you everybody for helping out through the PayPal. There's going to need to be a lot more getting done in here once she's reskinned. Redoing the floor. Going to need to get a new bed. One thing at a time, but we're doing it. It's happening. I'm really excited for it, and this drive has me very happy. I had all this weight in here, still have our old body on, and no problems. And some of my tools, and a bunch of other stuff too. So yeah, we're a couple more things coming in the mail. Those magnets, new vent caps for these that are black. We're doing black on the outside. Probably for now. I don't know really what I'm doing for paint. I think just primer gray, just that rattle can stuff from, you know, I had an '88 Chevy Suburban that I had primer gray, and every time there was a scuff or a ding or a dent, you'd fix it and just a little more primer gray, blend it right in. But yeah, I don't know. That's probably what I'll do to start to keep the, you know. Got the electric hoist to lift the sheets. A very heavy package, 28 pounds. Should do the job. That is about 300 pounds, 340, probably about 360 pounds more than it needs to be, but that was the smallest one. Find online. They have this exact model at Harbor Freight, but with all the running around I'm doing, it's cheaper for me just to have it sent here. It's about the same price. This is 20 or 10 bucks more, and it comes with the extra strap and a little different design on the remote, but this all looks exactly the same as what's at Harbor Freight. And we also got some butyl tape. Gonna try some black stuff this time. It's supposed to be a little more heavy duty, stickier, bonds permanently. Yeah, sounds a little different than the gray stuff. Gray stuff's pretty nice for removal. You know, the cleanup is pretty easy on it. Handles. Those are actually pretty dang heavy for what I was expecting. A little worried about that plastic deadbolt latch though, but you can always take it apart from the inside, and like my last lock, I can rebuild it if I have to. I'll make my own little handle. Yeah, that'll at least get us started. If I need to find a better replacement, I'm gonna start shopping locally. I have been taking a few, I know of 2 RV shops now nearby that I could go and get parts and service if I absolutely need it. So, one for passenger side, one for driver's side. For my water port, since mine right now is damaged and it actually, the vent line broke off during the teardown, it's all gross and warped and the lid doesn't close all the way. So we got this cool looking thing. It looks like a gas cap, but it's got a little blue faucet symbol there to remind you not to put gas in that. I might actually do another mark above it, big, because that looks a lot like a gas cap. So I might do another warning symbol above it. So water fill port, a little built-in vent, black, and so we got another black matching twist lock plug for the short connection to replace the white one. 2 more entry glands for the solar. I do plan to do a bigger solar system eventually, so I might go ahead and put a second gland. I'll probably just keep it handy. I don't want to do any extra drilling if I don't have to, but when I get the size of, you know, I'm going to cover that roof in solar, so eventually we'll need a second entry gland, so 2 matching entry glands. And I looked at this earlier. These are extremely thick. It's like 3/8 inches thick right there. That's crazy. Patch is going to be looking pretty square, so I got this square design to match her new look. Squaring up the roof, squaring up everything. Then I don't have to worry about bending insulation panels. They can just go in and fit nicely. Wastegates. Gray and black side, both 3 inches. Going to drain like it should. I do not know why the gray is coming through a 2-inch pipe. This little thing is a fuse block, so I can put some fuses back in the RV. Some nice, good quality, made in the USA heavy duty ratchet straps. Something with a, I think it's called like a latch load, or a ratchet load limit. These things can torque down really tight. I broke my last one just trying to, you know, pull in Patch's rear cap. So I got something heavy duty, which will go between the 2 magnet lifts, whatever you call those things. You flip a switch and then they magnetize and hold on to plate steel and you can lift it. Just need to pull the outside panels in when I'm welding, so everything stays nice and tight and there's no bubbling. They also probably, I'll lift it with the hoist, slap on the magnets, they'll pull that in, do a couple tacks, disconnect the hoist, pull it in some more, and start stitch welding wherever the magnets are holding onto the panel. Pull it in, weld, pull it in, weld, go all around. Don't want to just weld around the outsides of the seams. Things will get floppy. Pull from both sides with a magnet. So those are coming in the mail. Also waiting on the vent caps to come. We got black vent caps, so everything's matching. Pretty much get us all done on the outside of patches. The skin will be done. Gonna need these after I move the tanks. I'm going to try and move the tanks forward. I don't see why I can't. There might be some... oh, I like how one's gray and one's black. Gray tank, black tank. That's a nice touch. These are by, if you're curious, Valterra. It's time for Patches to come out of her cocoon as a beautiful butterfly. Crazy truck thing. These will go on the back so I can hang this from some of the... I got some thicker 1.5 inch square tube. And there it is, the hoist. £40 electric hoist. Plug it in, make sure it works. Make sure I don't have to send it back. And I can lift up my steel and my welder, because I can't weld the top of the roof without... we've got some scaffolding around here. I was thinking about making that work, but it's all set up. Dude's in the middle of... Boy, that's a super short cord for the remote, though. That's kind of lame. I want to put this up like about 15 feet at least. RV roof is around 11 feet tall. I want a good 4 feet for the sheets to clear. Yeah, that'll help me get it done. Make sure it works. And should be good.